Don't forget, it's the FA Cup final, May 25th at Wembley, Man City against Manchester United. For the second year running, and one man who knows all about winning the FA Cup with Manchester United is Juan Mata. We're delighted to be joined by Juan now from San Diego, here in the States, promoting Manchester United Summer Tour. Juan, thank you so much for being with us. Can you tell us a little bit about the things you're going to be doing over the next few days?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm here in San Diego with United, as you can see, presenting the game that they play on the 31st of July against Betis in the Snapdragon Stadium. And just enjoying the city, visiting the community, visiting some schools, hospitals, going to the San Diego Wave game in the stadium. So it's all fun.
Juan, just looking ahead to, well, Manchester United's game against Betis, will Manchester United be taking the field as defending FA Cup champions? Do you see it?
Hopefully, I see it. I can imagine it. Yeah, I know it's going to be tough. I know how Manchester City is at the moment, how the way they're playing. We could see it today. But, you know, I've played some finals with United, and this is a club that in finals is very different to what we are. We are a different breed when we are close to winning a trophy. So hopefully we can make life difficult for this great Man City team, and we can win a trophy in a season that we know we are not where we want to be in the Premier League, but we still have a chance to play for a trophy, and I think that's very important.
You better be different, Juan. You better be different in the final. Look, Juan, let's just say that I have all the resources in the world, right? All available to me, and I'm giving that to you. And I'm saying, Juan, you're the decision yeah, well, you're welcome. You are the decision maker at Manchester United. But don't thank me just yet. You're the decision maker at Manchester United, and you are going to be the one in charge of getting this club to where it belongs. What do you do first?
I mean, this is a very difficult question because I don't know if that situation will ever happen. I think your trust, by the way, and probably I will hire you first. Just give back.
There you go.
Yeah. He's got no resources, don't worry. Yeah. This is a hypothetical.
I think the club now, with the new ownership, as you know, focusing on the footballing side, it's looking good, and hopefully the future will be bright. Sir Jim is going to make some decisions, and hopefully they're going to be good ones. And I think, you know, he's trying to bring United with where we all think it should be, which is fighting for the biggest trophies, Champions League, the Premier League, and hopefully he can do it with his team. So I think the future is bright. If I see the squad, there are young players there that are playing at a high level now already. So hopefully they can keep developing and performing for the club.
And obviously, Juan, as you said, you know that there's some good players in that squad and they're developing. But Manchester United overall this season hasn't been a good one for them. They're sixth right now. What do you think the main problems have been?
Well, it's clear when you are in that position that you have not been consistent enough in your results. So, of course, we are all disappointed with the way we are performing on the Premier League and with the points that we have. But, you know, I always try to be positive. I always focus on being positive while I was playing there. And the thing is, with United, you're not having a great season, but you still have the chance to play for FA Cup. Last season, they won a trophy, they played another final, and they qualified third for Champions League. So a bad season for United. I know that it seems super bad, but still they're playing for the FA Cup, which is the second most important trophy in England. I think we should value that too.
Oh, yes. I tell you, we picked the right man to be the spokesperson for Manchester United.
Well, one of the complaints around this Manchester United is a lack of leadership. And you could probably go back to Sir Alex Ferguson days as to this Man U not really looking themselves and looking for that big personality. Is there that player in the dressing room? Is there a need? Given Ali's resources handing off to you?
Well, I can tell you that for me there is a great leader in there right now, which is the captain, is Bruno. I should tell to all young players to look up to him. I cannot tell you how important he is for the club, and not only because of what he's done in the last game, scoring 2 goals and winning the game, but his consistency within the years that he's been playing for the club is just incredible. And he's a top player, but he's even better as a person. So for me, the culture of the club should be built around him, and he's a great example for all the new generation, the players that are playing now for the team, Garnacho, Moreno, Højlund, to look up to him, the way he trains, the way he behaves. And for me, he's the one that is always there for the team. He can play better or worse, but he's always there with the right attitude. And for me, that's what being a Manchester United player is.
I think I know the answer already because obviously you're wearing Manchester United gear here. But who wins the league title first? Your former team Chelsea or your former team Manchester United?
Yeah, you like good questions. The difficult thing for both clubs is the way that all the clubs are performing at the moment. So we know the consistency that Man City is having over the years. And for me, the sign of a great club, of a club that is doing the right things on the pitch, is the one that if don't win, it's second or third. So I think the club first needs to focus on getting closer, like Arsenal is doing. Of course, Arsenal a couple of years ago was far away from winning, and now they're very close. And I think United, hopefully with the new direction in the football side, can do that. Chelsea might do that too, with all the investment they've done and the coach they have and the younger players that they have signed. But the thing is that Man City is performing so well. It's also interesting to see how Liverpool is going to develop with the big change that they're going to go through. So I think we're going to be all fighting with Man City to take them off that first position at the moment.
So Valencia is going to win the title first.
I wish to.
Hey, Juan, let me give you an easier one. How excited are you about young players like Moreno and Garnacho?
It's always really nice to see players that, with 18, 19 years old, they look mature and they're performing week in, week out. If you see also other clubs, they have always younger players. So that means that in the academies, they're working really well. Manchester United has always been a club known for having a lot of homegrown players and academy players. So, yeah, I mean, I'm watching this goal from Garnacho and it's unbelievable. And I think they have the potential to grow even more. Playing for Manchester United is not easy. We all know that. So they need to be able to have challenging moments like they're having at the moment. But for me, the sign of a great player and a mature player is how strong you can keep how strong you can keep your mindset in the challenging moments. And these guys seem to be doing that, and hopefully they can do it even more. And they help the club to win important trophies.
And while there's a lot to be excited about with Manchester United's young players, one other player, Marcus Rashford, has really struggled to find his form of last season. What do you put that down to? What advice would you give to somebody like Marcus Rashford, kind of give him these struggles 1 year on?
Yeah, Marcus is a great guy. We had a great relationship, and when he broke through, of course, he was a wonder kid and scoring many goals. Last season, he scored an incredible amount of goals. So we all know his potential, and he knows himself how good he can be when he finds this consistency in his mind. And of course, if he's not injured, which is happening often with him at the moment. So I think the club knows that they have a great player in there. He's shown it in the past. I think he's motivated also for the Euros and to show his quality to the country. And hopefully he can perform well, because Man United with him at his top level is also a different team, like when Bruno arrived and he was winning game for us.
Well, talking about the Euros, while we're there, how do you think Spain are going to do?
Yeah, I like Spain. I like Spain a lot. I like this generation and the coach. Of course, the problem with Spain is that they're always compared with the team that won the World Cup and the Euros, and that's difficult to handle. I still think they can fight for this trophy. I see other countries like England, France, Portugal with a great generation that they're going to try to win it. But of course, I hope that Spain win it and they show the quality football that we like to play.
While we are here talking about Spain as well, we've heard La Liga with plans to play some games in the United States. What do you think about playing league games outside of Spain? Do you like it? Are you in favour of it? Or are you against it, Juan?
Yeah, I read it today. I think it's an interesting conversation to have. I think sometimes this dilemma of, okay, do we bring football to the fans that are locally close to the team that they support, or is also good to give the chance to other fans around the world to see the team they love in their own stadium? So I think it has good and bad perspective from my side, but I think football is changing and I'm okay to adapt to new changes. I would like to learn more about what that will mean, playing the La Liga games abroad, how many, at what time, and all these things. But I guess clubs also have to be agreeing with that, and let's see what happens. I think football is changing and nobody can stop that. So it's about adapting. And what I like is that this change is gonna, or hopefully is gonna bring football closer to the people. And that's what I love. I don't like when football gets distance with the real important stakeholder of our sport, which is the fans. So hopefully we can always remember that when we make the decisions. That's what I hope.
Any more difficult questions for Juan LA?
Well, I want to know what Juan is up to. I know that he's promoting this, but is he a player still, or he crossed over to our side, or he's just a promoter nowadays? What are you doing, Juan?
I wouldn't dare to take your chair, that's for sure. I want to play. I want to still play. I played after Manchester. I was in Turkey with Galatasaray, and then I moved to Japan. So I'm enjoying a lot of experiences through football, which I like. I managed also to win both leagues, so I've been lucky with that. And I still want to play. I'm taking my time to decide where and what project motivates me, but I still feel that I want to enjoy on the pitch, on the training every day, but especially on the games. So yes, I'm waiting, listening to options, and waiting to decide the right moment for me, which is probably the last decision of my professional career, and I can do it in a very meaningful way.
I got to tell you, Juan, Manchester United are not going to let you go as a spokesperson, because you managed to make Manchester United sound like everything is great. Everything is great at Manchester United.
I don't want to do that, and I acknowledge the reality and the different challenges, but I also think, you know, we should look at the positive, and you should look at them too.
Yes, Juan.
Yes, Juan.
Bab suits you.
Juan, you are welcome anytime in his seat, believe me.
You're not getting my resources anymore, Juan.
Thank you so much for being with us, and enjoy the tour. We really do wish you the best for the future.